When I heard that Andre3000 was coming with a brand new album, my first thought was, oh no. And it's not because I don't like Andre, it's actually because I like his music a lot. I'm gonna explain to you why that was my first thought and what a lot of other creatives can learn from Andre's new album, New Blue Sun. I feel like Andre has this very invincible, almost magical, rare Pokemon-like status, if you get what I'm saying. And it kind of reminds me of Frank Ocean, who also has this sense of mystery and scarcity when it comes to what they decide to give to the world. Andre hasn't released any of his own music since the release of his last album, Idlewild, in 2006. He isn't active on social media, barely gives us any interviews. The only thing we've been getting from him the last couple of years are some great features here and there, or a video of a fan who filmed him just roaming the street with his flute being free. Andre! Scarcity and mystery equals value. I feel like with every year that Andre didn't release any of his own music, his legend/invincible status only got stronger. Also, if you don't play the game, you can't lose, which leaves Andre's perfect streak perfect. And that is why my first reaction was, oh no. Because when people have been waiting and asking for years, in his case 17 years, for new music, the only thing it can do is disappoint, right? Like, how could it ever live up to the expectations people have built for the last 17 years? That's just too much pressure. I was talking about this with a friend and she said, you do realize that it's your way of thinking that adds to that pressure. At first I was like, no, it's not. Then I thought about it a little longer and I was like, shit, she's right. I mean, it takes away the space to create, to experiment, maybe even to fail, which is also relative because who decides if art is good or bad? It is more than just numbers or fame. I mean, even Andre talked about it in the interview with GQ.
I had to really ask myself, do you want to possibly be famous again? Like, do you want to turn it up again? And I was like, well, I'll just put the record out and just don't do any press for it or anything like that. But then it's kind of a disservice to the music because I want people to like check it out. I want people to hear it. I had to find some balance.
With this new album, New Blue Sun, Andre shows us again why he's such an inspiration to many, which is creating on his own terms. Instead of giving us a rap album, something people have been asking for years, he gave us an instrumental improvisation wind album. I swear, I really wanted to make a rap album, but this is literally the way the wind blew me this time. That's the title of the first track on his album. How poetic. I feel like he mastered the art of knowing when to stop and pivot, which is harder than you think. Like, they stopped releasing music at the peak of their popularity. Like, who does that? He's like the perfect HBO show that knows when to end a successful show, you know, creating space for new shows that are completely different than the previous one. Instead of giving us another Game of Thrones, they gave us Succession. Just like Andre gave us a flute-centric album instead of a rap album. Going where the wind blows you. You get it? I listened a lot to the album the past couple of days. And of course, I'm not even gonna lie, I love it a little extra because Andre made it. But if you're really into instrumental, calm music, you will absolutely love New Blue Sun by Andre3000. I do remember thinking though, after one of the first listens, people's opinion about this album really doesn't matter. It feels like an album that he made for himself, but loved it so much that he decided to share it with the world. And, you know, I don't want to put words in his mouth, but that is what it felt like when I was listening to it. In a day and age in which algorithms and gatekeepers not only dictate what is hot or not, but also seem to have created a creative prison for many artists, this album, New Blue Sun by Andre3000, feels revolutionary. To me, it symbolizes something that I think we deep down are all longing for, which is pure freedom.